The ET get tempted just like everybody else. But where I come from, everybody don't get this shot. Have you lost your mind? You know how hard I worked to get here? I put in too many hours. I sweat too much blood, too much tears. I worked hard to get here. Didn't nobody give me this. My daddy wasn't there for me. Are you hearing me? I didn't grow up with wealth. Didn't nobody pay me. I worked for this. Sweat, blood, tears. I earn every dime I get. I work for this. And you think I'm about to get this up for some foolishness? Have you lost your mind? You work for this championship. You work for this. You put in time. This is not the time to lose your mind. This is the time to go all in. All in on 3. 1, 2, 3.
I'd like to start this off with a story from the late Alexander the Great. See, Alexander had a burning desire to conquer the shores of Persia. But as you can imagine, this land was highly guarded and secured by a massive amount of soldiers. But despite the odds, he rounded up the troops and set sail. And when they got there, Alexander ordered the soldiers to burn the boats that carried them. And as you see the boats going up into flames, Alexander told the soldiers, either we return on Persian boats or we perish. Either we win or we die. And as you can imagine, they won. Good evening, fellow Toastmaster, members, and distinguished guests. In my life, I faced many ship-burning moments in which I forced myself to burn the ship that carried my comfort zone, to burn the boat that carried my ego and my street-like mentality. I left everything on the boat that had me duct taped to the pavement, everything that had my future hostage. I put it all on the line. It all seemed sweet at birth. I was born to what they like to call a happy-go-lucky marriage. My mom had her own hair salon. My dad was in the plumbing business. And he seemed like a happy, devoted father. And then it happened. Ashley, Mike, Tonio, grab your things, let's go. We left and took the Greyhound back to Washington, D.C. We left everything. We left everything. This decision ultimately left us homeless, living in shelters, until my mom was able to get back on her feet. Struggle, that's an understatement. I've been 50 feet away from drive-by shootings. I've been in many senseless acts, one in which left me handcuffed and detained. Even 1 week before I was slated to enter the University of Maryland Eastern Shore, I was in a serious car accident that could have took my life. And all my lawyer could say is, just take the semester off, and maybe I can get you $50,000 if you stay in therapy. But $50,000 wasn't worth my future. So I decided to go to college. I maintained a 3.4 GPA while in the honors program and 2 organizations while working 30 hours a week. I worked hard. My logic then and my logic now is you may be smarter than me, you may be wealthier than me, but you can never outwork me. Never. And then I was put to the test again. It was my senior year, and I was stressed, pondering the thought that returning back to the environment that nearly led to my destruction. I prayed like I never prayed before, and I applied to jobs like my life depended on it. And then I was fortunately able to land a job interview with the U.S. Census Bureau. But it was only one problem. The U.S. Census Bureau was located in Suitland, Maryland. What was a hop, a jump, and a skip away from the people and the places that I was trying to get away from. So I put this opportunity on hold, and I continued to search for other options. And then on a hot sunny day, I met a guy by the name of John Thompson. John Thompson, after a simple, casual conversation, agreed to work with me and help me find a job in corporate America, but only on 2 conditions, though. See, John was all about education and image. he wanted me to add on classes around mainframe technology onto my schedule for next semester. And 2, he wanted me to cut my dreadlocks off. Is this guy crazy? He wanted me to add on a heavy load on what was supposed to be an easy semester for me. And then on top of that, he wanted me to cut my hair. Please. But then I thought about it. John Thompson was a former senior executive at IBM. And he seems as if he had my best interests at heart. So I thought about it. I signed up for the classes, and then I did it. Yes, Courtney, I cut off 7 years of break. I did it. And then he was able to land me 2 job interviews. One with IBM in Tampa, Florida, and the other one with Fidelity Investments in Irving, Texas. I flew to Florida for free at the expense of IBM. They put me in this hotel that overlooked the ocean and some palm trees. I felt as if I made it. But then it all boiled down to one question, though. He said, Michael, do you consider yourself business or technical? And overthinking the question, I said, business. And wrong answer, Michael. He ended up giving the job away to a friend of mine. You said I wasn't technical? But then I put it away. Fidelity Investments was my only hope. Fidelity Investments was my only vehicle to escape. They had a very, very strenuous selection process, though. They flew out to University of Maryland Eastern Shore, and they sent 2 reps to interview me and 15 others. And out of 15 people, I was the only one that they selected to go to the next round of interviews. After 4 phone interviews, ring, ring, ring. I got the call of a lifetime. They offered to bring me down to Irving, Texas for another in-person interview. And after a long day, I landed in Dallas, Texas, and I was more determined than I've ever been in my life. Either I go hard or I go home, literally. And after a long day, Tony Morrison, the senior vice president, pulled me into his office. And he shook my hand. And he offered me the job. I couldn't hold my composure. It took everything, guys. I burnt the boat. And I went after what I felt was rightfully mine. And I made it. Mama, we made it! But then I snapped back into reality. I was broke. I'm serious. I didn't even have enough money to get back to the airport for my job interview, guys. I mean, and then I must have had a broke look on my face because he offered to take me back to the airport. As I stand today, I'm an operations systems programmer for Fidelity Investments. I'm a living testament that anything, I mean anything is possible. All it takes is a vision and the level of persistence that doesn't recognize failure. Thanks for having me.
I got something special today, and I need you to listen for real, because I'm going in a total different direction. And I want you to know, you matter, all right? No, for real, you gotta listen to it. You matter.
Maestro music.
Maybe you need to cut this off, and you need to go look in the mirror, and you need to repeat what I'm saying to you. You, not your dreams, not your goals. You matter. Are you here?